This is part 2 of Refuting ISIS. If you missed part 1, click here. So, ISIS is known to routinely execute innocent people based on unsubstantial evidence, inconsistent claims, fabricated accusations which are determined in kangaroo courts. There are thousands of innocent people killed by members from ISIS. On many occasions, innocent people are killed by suicide bombers that literally target marketplaces or worshippers in mosques. And guess what? They proudly claim responsibility for the attacks. ISIS also kills Christians, as they did in Iraq, Libya, and Syria. So I just want you to pause here. Just pause here for a moment and just listen to what God says in the Quran. Whoever kills a person unjustly, it is as though he has killed all mankind. And whoever saves a life, it is as though he had saved all mankind. Now, is it a crime to be in a marketplace in Islam? Is it a crime to worship Allah in the mosque? I think the answer is obvious. ISIS also killed hundreds of Muslim prisoners from the Syrian and Iraqi armies. Even though God says, speaking of the unbelievers, thereafter is a time for either forgiveness or ransom until the war lays down its burdens. So it clearly states that prisoners of war should be released either graciously or for ransom, which could either be in the form of money or as an exchange of another prisoner. The option of killing a prisoner of war is against the practices of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, save a few incidents. However, since 1949, killing or enslaving prisoners of war is not allowed in Islam. Why? Because it has been suspended by mutual agreement of the world. There was a convention issued in Geneva, 12th of August 1949, regarding the treatment of the prisoners of war and enslaving them, and the agreement was that such practices are now banned, and 196 countries agreed to this, including Muslim countries. Therefore, it is binding upon the Muslims to respect them, especially considering the convention is in Muslim interest. God says, "And fulfill every promise. Verily, every promise shall be questioned about." The Prophet, peace be upon him, did not even break the Treaty of Hudaybiyah that appeared negative in favor of the Muslims, let alone in the favor of. So there is absolutely no excuse or Islamic connection in the crimes committed by ISIS. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, is the one who said, if someone throws a scary look at his brother without a valid reason, God will frighten him on the day of judgment. ISIS don't just throw scary looks, they feed on terrorizing mankind. ISIS is not an organization that represents Islam. ISIS clearly represents terrorism. This is part 2 of the Refuting ISIS series. If you like such content, please consider subscribing.